For third and final example, gawin natin, sulat natin tong equation na to into vertex form using two methods. Yung first method, syempre yung ginagawa natin completing the squares. And the second method will be using a formula. So gawin muna natin, solve muna natin to using completing the squares. So we have y equals 2x squared minus 4x minus 2. First step, factor out mo muna yung 2. Doon lang, hanggang doon lang sa may mga x. So we'll get 2 times x squared minus 2x. Leave a space. Then we have minus 2. Then let's complete the squares. Minus 2 or 2 divided by 2, that's 1 squared, get plus 1. Ngayon, anong idadagdag natin dito sa kabilang side? Ito sa katabi ng negative 2. Be careful baka mag-minus 1 lang kayo. Meron kang 2 sa labas. So kapag dinistribute natin to dito, sa mga terms sa loob ng parentheses, magkakaroon ka ng parang plus 2. Hindi pala parang. Parang ang inad mo dyan. Parang na naman. Ang inad mo dyan ay actually 2. Kasi didistribute mo pa yun dun sa 1. So, ibig sabihin, para ma-neutralize yun, 0 lang yung inad mo, you will add negative 2. Let's write this. We have 2 times x, this is factorable now, x minus 1 squared minus 4. Okay? So, in this case, your a is equal to 2, your h is equal to 1, and your k is equal to negative 4. Ngayon, gagamitin natin to ng formula. Actually, there's a formula for h and k. We have h and k. Your h, the formula for h is negative b over 2a, and the value for k is 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. Okay. So let's now use the formula. Okay, but first let's determine the values of a, b, and c. So this sa taas, your a is equal to 2. Ito yun, 2. This one, 2. Your b is equal to negative 4. And your c equals negative 2. Now let's substitute. Your h is negative b over 2a. So negative b, we have negative of negative 4 divided by 2 times 2. 2 times 2. And we get negative times negative, that's positive. 4 over 4. We'll get 1. Which confirms this one. And for the h, ito, may isa pa akong technique dito pero gawin muna natin itong formula. For, ano pala to? For h pala to, no? For k is 4ac minus b squared minus 4 all over 4a. 4 times a. Your a is 2. Your c is minus 2 minus the square of b minus negative 4 is, ano natin to maging 16. Minus 16. All divided by 4 times a. Your a is 2. O baka pagalitan tayo. Ilagay natin to dito. Negative 4 squared. Let's simplify. 4 times 2, that's 8 times negative 2, that's minus 16. And we have minus, so we'll get minus 16 there. Kasi negative 4 squared, that's 16. And there's a minus in front. And 4 times 2, that's 8. Minus 16, that's minus 32. Divided by 8, we'll get minus 4. Which confirms this. Okay, ito yung isa pang way. Pwede namang hindi mo na sauluhin tong 4ac minus b squared all over 4a kasi ang haba-haba, no? Pwede nga sauluhin mo lang itong negative b over 2a. So, yung negative b over 2a, enough na yon kasi kung ano makuha mo dito, 1, di ba, nakuha mo dito 1, ang gawin mo, i-substitute mo na lang siya dun sa equation mo or dun sa function. Diba, y equals, what's that? 2x squared minus 4x minus 2. I-substitute natin yung 1, yung negative b over 2a. So, we'll get 2 here. Kasi 1 squared is 1 times negative 4 times 1. That's minus 4. And then we have a minus 2 here. So, we'll get 2 minus 4. That's negative 2 minus 2. That's negative 4, which confirms this. Okay? So, kung ayaw mo sauluhin tong 4ac minus b squared all over 4a, pwede namang ito lang. Tapos, kung ano yung makuha mong value, i-substitute mo dun sa function mo. And you will get the value of k. Let's fill in our table. The vertex is at hk, which is 1, negative 4. 1, negative 4. Your parabola opens upward because your a is positive 2. A is equal to 2, which is greater than 0. Therefore, parabola opens upward. Axis of symmetry, x equals h, x equals 1. Your x-intercepts and y-intercepts, mamaya. Domain, of course, all the real numbers. And we haven't written this. We have y equals 2 x minus 1 squared minus 4. Let's solve for the y-intercept. Siyempre, alam na natin yan. To get the value of y-intercept, we're going to set x equals 0. Original equation, y equals, di pala original equation, yung ating parang, ano ba to? General form. This is 0 now. 0 to, may iwan na lang negative 2. We have 0 minus 2 equals minus 2. Ewan ko ba't sinusulat pa yun. Alam na natin yun, di ba? 0, 0, negative 2. So, our y-intercept is negative 2. And our x-intercept, I suggest gamitin nyo na lang ulit to. Yung the vertex form, x-intercept. Or you can use the original. Set that to 0, set y to 0. And then you can use the quadratic formula. Or you can do factoring if that's factorable. So, in this case, let's just use the vertex form. So, you have 2x minus 1 minus 4. X minus 1 squared minus 4. I'm just going to confirm kung minus 4 nga. Yeah, it's minus 4. Okay. Set y equals 0. So this will become 0 equals 2 times x minus 1 squared minus 4. You can put kahit yung ito na lang sa kabila, this one. Sige, lilipat natin sa left side. It will become minus 2 times x minus 1 squared equals negative 4. We can divide everything by negative 2. Both sides. So cancel na to. May iwan na lang sa atin ay x minus 1 squared equals negative 4 over negative 2. That's negative 2. And then we can get the root of both sides. Sama natin yan. And we will get x minus 1 equals... Uy, sorry. This should be plus. Kasi negative 4 over negative 2 should be plus. Okay. And we have square root of 2. Square root of 2. In this case, let's leave it plus or minus. Okay, let's leave that at plus or minus x minus 2. So therefore, the two values of x will be x equals 1 plus square root of 2, or x equals 1 minus square root of 2. Of course, ang hirap nitong i-plot. Let's get the, ang tawag nito? The decimal representation of 1 plus square root of 2. Okay, square root of 2 is approximately 1.41. So, ibig sabihin, this is 2.41. Approximately 2.41. So, the second one is negative 0.41. Approximately, negative 0.41. So, that's our x and y, x-intercepts. 1 plus square root of 2 and 1 minus square root of 2. Depende kung ano gusto ng teacher nyo. Kung dapat ganito, ito kasing exact value. Pero syempre, pag pinalat mo yan, kailangan mo yung decimal representation. So, let's graph our parabola. Our vertex is at 1, negative 4. So, here is 1 and negative 4. Negative 3, negative 4 is here. So, here is our vertex. Let's plot the x-intercepts, 2.41 and negative 0.41. Negative 0.41 is approximately here. And 2.41 is approximately here. Okay, and then let's graph the y-intercept. The y-intercept is at negative 2. So, ibig sabihin, tatama dito sa negative 2 yung graph natin. And then, you can mirror that at x equals 1. That's our axis of symmetry. X equals 1. So, i-mirror natin to dito. So, we have this one. And then, yeah. So, we can now connect smoothly and draw our parabola. Yeah, it goes without bound. Just put an arrow there. Okay, so there you go. This is the graph of y equals 2x squared minus 4x minus